Music by Sparklight Animation, link in the description. Concept of fembots exists since 1984. Their first appearance was an episode The Search for Alpha Trion. The original cast was Elite One, Moonracer, Firestar, and CHROMIA. And even now many people complain about how is this possible? This is giant alien robots, they can't be female. And I think about it too, sometimes. But when I remember how beautiful these fembots can be, I actually don't give a fuck how is this possible. Hey everyone, Wolfgang is here, and today we're gonna take a look at one of the 4 first fembots ever. Ladies and gentlebots, meet the warrior from Caminus. Generations 330 CHROMIA.
Now returning to the transformer.
First of all, this packaging is beautiful. You may say that this is just a blister, but devil in the details. First, you can see all that contains with the figure, and the figure itself, and it's fully closed. That means you will know what to buy, and don't get a bottle of water instead of it. Second, level of transformation difficulty. If you buy this figure for the kit, you will know before how hard to transform it. And wait, mainline figure for ages 5 and up? Nowadays it would be 8. God damn, is the kids now so stupid? Third, we have a character's stats. This is totally not important, but it's nice addition to the packaging design. And the coolest feature of the 330 toy line included comic books. It's not dedicated to the character, but the fact you get this with the mainline deluxe figure is mind-blowing nowadays. For the accessories we get only one little but nicely sculpted blaster. You can store it on the leg by this 5mm port, or you also can plug it right into CHROMIA's hand. And that's it for the accessories, but we can see on the cover of the comic and on the back of the packaging that CHROMIA armed up with 2 blasters. Where's the second? Fuck. I don't know why they include the second blaster on these images. Maybe they remove it at the very last moment, right before the release of the figure. Or maybe photographer decided to replicate comic book cover. And in the end this poor little gun was given to RC. Don't you think that this is kinda unfair? Finally, the figure itself is remode of Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise RC. And I actually love how Hasbro has worked with that. You can easily see the similarities between those 2 figures, as clear as differences. I don't want to mention every change in this figure compared to its base, I just wanna say that CHROMIA looks a lot more massive than RC. This additional details and actually big but not disgusting back kibble makes a powerful, dangerous warrior from little skinny motorcycle girl. But what I prefer a lot more from RC, this lovely bright blue light piping. Instead of CHROMIA's yellow, I actually can't recognize this color because when you turn out the light, the eyes become deadly black. And I totally understand that Hasbro should use exactly this clear plastic for the light piping, because of the rest transparent parts. But at this point I would prefer painted eyes, instead of this actually working but weird light piping. The head sculpt in general is great, very cute but serious face, nice and careful paint job. And I can surely say it about the rest of the body, excellent sculpting and beautiful paint. Also love these opened hands with the sculpted figures, but in this case it holds pretty well only this little gun, others just fall out. Not that big of a deal, but I wanted to arm her up with some Siege Battle Masters, and it doesn't work at all. But overall, very cool looking figure. It has some little flaws, but it's too little. Like my dick. Also, this figure is solid as hell. For the 8-year-old deluxe with almost all the connections is ball joints. Unfortunately, I can't say the same about RC, but she was used when I got her, yet CHROMIA was brand new. And who knows, maybe all the fun with loose joints will be in the future. I hope not. And with all this solidness, you can with no doubts rotate the head for 360, move it a little bit back and much more forward and to the sides. Shoulders are on ball joints, you can move it to the side, rotate for 360 and you even have something like a butterfly joint. Also you have a transformation joint that can move the shoulder up and down. No bicep swivel, but you have a ball jointed elbows that can rotate for 360 and bend for 90 degrees. And yes, this additional details limits the elbows articulation a little bit compared to the RC. Wrists has full rotation and forward movement. You have a very specific transformation joint in the body and I think it could be used for some interesting poses. Legs can move forward and backward and also you have not so beautiful spread honestly. You have thigh rotation and pretty good knee bend. And the feet is just a feet, it can move just a little bit backward, but nah, it doesn't count. Also, you can manage this back keyboard for your personal taste. But I prefer the official configuration with this beautiful skirt in the back. And the figure is pretty articulated for 2014. You can get a very dynamic poses out of it, in some cases due to the design of the character. I think this robot mode looks great, even with all this stuff at the back and a little bit limited articulation. It's still nicely sculpted and very well painted. And I would not be me if I wouldn't bend this girl into a nice looking motorcycle and try to get up on it. First of all, we're gonna untap the crutch and bend the whole body using this joint. Now we're gonna swing these parts and bend the feet back. I think you should be careful with this connection because of the clear plastic. It's very tight and if you won't be as gentle as it needs to, it will break up one day. But goddamn, Hasbro can't do a solid clear plastic. I mean, could do. 8 years ago. What the fuck is going on today, eh? Then we're gonna bend the legs at the knee and tap it together right there. Now we're gonna lift the arms up and press it to the body. Then we close this panel up. Now we bring in this whole section down, close the cockpit and tap these pieces right into these ports. Pull down the front wheel and rotate it. Transformation potentially could be smoother, but I'm okay with that, cause this is a remold that can have some issues related to the new details. And with no doubts, I prefer the RC's transformation and alt mode much more. But this Cybertron and motorcycle is good too. I actually like this try for the sculpted interior of the cockpit. And of course, because of the design, this alt mode covers the robot mode keyboard way better. For the functions, you can rotate the front wheel for 360 and you have a kickstand. Also, you can open up the cockpit, but you need to unplug these panels for it. Weapon storage is the same as in the robot mode. Also, it rolls pretty well. This is a nice try for the Cybertron and motorcycle. It actually looks pretty good and fits to the character. It's a job well done. I can totally recommend this figure to buy, if you need the character or just beautiful fembot to your collection. I think at this moment this is the best CHROMIA figure. The closest version is Siege, but it sucks, don't buy it at any point. And that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time. Goodbye.